everyone, how is everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. I hope my MIGT community is doing well on this Friday afternoon. As you can see, I am returning back for yet another subscriber's request on a celebrity reading. And this reading that was requested for me to do is coming in from subscriber Megan. She has requested me to do a reading on celebrity Jungkook from the Korean boy band BTS. And I feel that, as I mentioned in the heads up reminder video last night, that I don't think Megan is the only fan of BTS. BTS seems to be a very popular boy band group, not only in Korea, but is very much popular and very well known and very much have a scoop of fans here in the U.S. So they are doing quite well as one of the most popular Korean boy groups. So anyway, Megan, this is your reading, and anyone else who is a fan of BTS, but particularly Jungkook, then you should be able to tune in along with Megan, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this reading. Now, Megan wanted me to know, not me, I'm sorry, she wanted to know about Jungkook's career, working career, what is going on there, and then as well she wanted me to kind of chime in to see what's going on in the area of love for him. So Megan, we will start off first with tapping into what is going on with him on the career front. And so before we get started, as always, I just want to just emphasize yet again a little very brief synopsis of what Jungkook is. He is in fact a member and a vocal singer from Korean boy band BTS. He is 25 years old, and he is actually the youngest member from the group. Now, Jungkook's zodiac sign is a Virgo, making him an earth sign. So I find that as I channeled him and looked into his face, I always like to kind of look into the eyes, because the eyes to me tells the story, right? To kind of get a little idea of the person's energy and what their spirit is about. So I find that he kind of comes across as very reserved and conservative, but as well a hardworking young man. All right, so with that being said, let us get into the cards that have come out pertaining to his career. And so, Megan, the first card that has come out was the Six of Pentacles. So this is his element sign, energy coming out. Pentacles represents earth signs. He is a Virgo. So to me, the Six of Pentacles is, depending on, again, what and how the reading is flowing, or what ultimately is the scenario of a particular area of a reading. Particularly, this is behind his work, so it speaks about give and take, right? That's the energy of the Six of Pentacles. It's about giving and taking, right? But I feel that as well, it not only speaks about him, but it just speaks about the members, about the group collaborate together, in a sense where they have invested a lot of time and energy into their career, into their time in terms of the music, the things that they have produced. They have been very busy, no doubt touring, I believe. And so basically, I just feel that now they have come to a point, particularly Jungkook, they have come to a point where they have invested so much time and energy into their working career that now, I can't talk today, that now it's a time for some R&R, taking a time off. And I will say that at this point, I do feel that the group will take a mini break at this time. And I feel that Jungkook, because we are speaking about him, but because he is connected to the boy group, I will speak about them as a group sometimes collectively. But particularly with Jungkook, I feel that this is something that he has been planning to do for some time, because like I said, they both, all of them, has put in their share. Because the Six of Pentacles too can just be, to me, intuitively picking up, is that they have both invested. They have put in their share. They have been very hardworking, behind their work. So now it's time for the fruit of their labor to pay off, right? And so why I feel that they are going to kind of take like a break is because here, as we clarify what the Six of Pentacles, what was the overall energy and the message behind the Six of Pentacles, we have here the Fool and the major arcana of the Devil. Now, for me, the Fool is an energy of something that it's new, taking a leap of faith, but it also can be like a time for adventure, something that you are striving towards. So I feel that not only for Jungkook, but I feel for other members of this group that they have other dreams, they have other goals, they have other things that they want to accomplish and achieve, because Jungkook is the youngest of the member, but there are other members which would make any other member older than him, but I feel that they are actually being in their mid-20s. I think one of them is 30, but being that they are in their mid-20s to late 20s, middle 20s, I cannot talk today. It must be Friday. But anyway, being in their mid-20s to late 20s, it makes me feel that they are in their prime in terms of what they are doing, exuding so much energy and putting so much hard work into their career, that they have other things that I feel they want to tap into. You know, it's almost like, okay, we have our music, we did this, we done that. Now there are other projects that we want to work on. And I feel that not only with Jungkook, I feel that there will be other members of the band that as well will kind of take a time out, will kind of take a little, if you will, a pause or a hiatus from the music and delve into other areas, other dreams, and other things that they kind of want to do. And why I feel, besides the Fool coming out to show that this is now the period of time that I think that he is ready to kind of be adventurous, to kind of as well take in some R&R, right? But also I feel that the Fool is also about not the Fool, but I want to go back to the Six of Pentacles, because to me the Six of Pentacles is the time that you put in behind your work and career, and it's almost like those things where you want to not be all work and no play. So this is why I feel that right now, at this period of time, whether this is something that they have already started to do or they are in transition to at some point, I feel soon, if they haven't already, they're going to be taking some time off and away from their career, the music. And like I said, kind of now step out of the limelight, and to kind of focus on themselves. But I was going to say that the Six of Pentacles to me also speaks upon not only investing in your work, but now investing in yourself. Because sometimes we do get caught up and we work so hard, all work but no play. And at some point in one's life, we have to have a balance, right? It's also, to me, if you will, give or take, you have to give a little but receive something, right? Receive some self-love. And this is what I feel that he is on the verge of wanting to do. He wants to take some time off to be able to enjoy other parts of his life, not just work, right? And so with the Fool being here, to me, this speaks upon behavior. You know, now the devil, we know sometimes we get a little like, whoa, devil. But in this sense, this is not like the bad devil behavior. This is like just getting into that behavior where you just want to have fun, get into some, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You want to kind of dip into, you know, harmful play, if you will, you know, hanging out with your friends, maybe, you know, hitting the clubs, you know, maybe going out to the bars, you know, maybe having the things that 20-year-olds do, right? But it's just all about being devilish, being, you know, that kind of, you know, getting into that now, into that moment where now you want to be able to kind of just enjoy the things that a 20-year-old is meant to do, right? And I feel that Jungkook and other members feel that before they wind up finding out, before you know it, that they are like 30 going into, you know, getting older, it's like where have time gone? We have put so much time and effort behind our career. We haven't had time to have a personal life. And that's what it really boils down to, that they want their own personal life, right? And so this is why I feel that there's a chance that they will take a break, and that each of them, not only Jungkook, but each of them will kind of veer off and do their own thing to kind of get into other projects, other things that they've been wanting to do maybe for quite some time, but they've just been so busy, if that makes sense, okay? Woo, I got all of that out. It's Friday. I'm kind of feeling relaxed, kind of ready to kick back myself. But anyway, so now as we move on to the next energy, we have here the Nine of Pentacles. So this is what I was saying. Now is the time to reap the benefits of your hard work. So the Nine of Pentacles is being in a very good place, money-wise, career-wise. Your finance is looking good, but I feel that this is an energy of enjoying the fruits of one's labor. And this is why I feel that they will be doing that. They will be taking a mini break. And then to clarify that energy of the Nine of Pentacles, we have here the Nine of Cups and another major arcana of the Hierophant. So to me, the Nine of Cups is about celebrations. It's about accomplishments, looking at your accomplishments, but now seeing where you can kind of take a step back and to celebrate those victories, but at the same time, carving out some type of a balance. You know, dividing work and now having a personal life, to kind of go on that adventure, to take a vacation, to travel, and to be able to, you know, have that moment where you are focusing on you. Self-love, self-care, right? And speaking of that, we have here the Hierophant. The Hierophant is, as I always say, is one of the most spiritual cards in the deck, because not only does it speak about religion, but it's anything spiritual, right? Even as such as you can say the practice of meditation, because as I always say, which I have a channel, that meditation is a form of self-love, but meditation is also, if you will, a part of a spiritual practice that anybody can practice, because it taps into your spirituality, but more on a deeper level. It helps nourish the mind, the body, and the soul. And I feel that Jungkook is someone that does meditate, and I feel that also it keeps him focused. It keeps him very much trying to keep him on, if you will, balanced. I think with all the work that they have done, I think that now it's calling for him to really take some much needed R&R. And also the Hierophant can be like perhaps even going to a spiritual retreat, if you will, to get away from it all, to just recharge, recalibrate, right? Especially with a group like BTS, who's been busy on the road, touring, and so forth. They really now is at a point where they really need to recharge, recalibrate, have a break, right? Renew themselves, to build themselves back up so that they can later on come back into doing their thing, right? But right now, I just feel that they're at a place. And with Jungkook, I feel that he is at a place where he just wants to just kind of get into that kind of Zen mode. And I must say that that's one of the things that I admire with Asians. I feel that when it comes to their environment, that it just seems to be a sense of peace and tranquility. And I feel that this is exactly what is needed for him at this time, to just go off to somewhere, wherever that may be, travel, take in the sights, take in the views, or wherever it is that he chooses to go to during this time, to just kind of create a Zen-like type of an aura about him that's going to bring him a sense of peace. All right, I hope that makes sense. Now, we move over to the next card that came out, and we have here the Eight of Swords. So I think that Jungkook, and along with the other members, I think now this is the time that they're ready to be free, because you can see that this imagery here shows someone that is kind of like feeling restrained, kind of feeling, not able to really, have any type of freedom, because they've been kind of restrained to one area of their life. And for them, it has been work. All work, but no play. But now, as you can see, this person has broken free, has released themselves to be able to explore, to have, some type of freedom to take that leap of faith like the fool, and to just have like an aha moment, if you will, right? And so that's what I get from the Eight of Swords. It's all about freedom and just being able to go off and do your own thing. And I'm speaking not only about Jungkook, but again, the other members, that I think that all of them, because I'm not sure in total how many members it is of them, but as I see the 8 here represented, it could be 8 members of them, or it could be 7, I'm not sure. But I just feel that it speaks upon them all together, that this is the time that they are just looking to kind of break free out of the chains, being confined and restricted to play. And it's not that they haven't loved their career, because they've been very successful, but there comes a point that I think that we do need to, sometimes we have to remember that it can't be all work. We have to have some time to be able to rejuvenate and to just relax. And I think this is where they are at. Now, to clarify the Eight of Swords, we have here the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So to me, this speaks upon, again, that they have all put in the work. They worked very hard, and now it's time for them to retreat. Now, Seven of Swords can mean a few things. For those that know that the Seven of Swords generally will mean deceit, trickery, sneakiness, but on the other positive end of the spectrum, it can also represent strategy, being strategic about your moves. But I feel it can also be symbolized as just being low-key, taking a step back, being low-key. Now it's time for private life, right? Because when you think about it, their life has been in the open. It's been very public, right? So for me, I'm picking up intuitively that this Seven of Swords, particularly to this scenario, means taking a break from the public life and now retreating into a more low-key, personal, private life. And it's not only for Jungkook, but for the other members, right? But this is what I feel, that he has put in the work, and that now it's time for him to retreat back to a very low-key, private life. And I feel that despite the fact that he has, that he is no doubt, one of the members that has quite a lot of fans, but I feel, and it's not that he don't appreciate, he loves his fans, as the other members. They really have loads and loads of fans, but I feel that despite the fact of how much he appreciates his fans, I think there comes a point in his life that he really wants to have a private life without people not looking in and peering into what he's doing, just respecting his privacy. And I think at this point where they are looking to take this break, he's going to really crave the personal and private life, so much so. And I feel that even when he tries an attempt to go somewhere, there's going to be fans, kind of looking at him from a distance with lenses, trying to see what he's up to. But, for those that really understand the nature and what is involved with these celebrities when they are in the public eye, in the public figure, that is a part of the downside to being in the public eye, is that your privacy, there is none. But there has to be a balance where, fans have to really respect the privacy of celebrities, because when it's time for them to walk away, come off the stage, come off the camera, and to walk away from the public, they are entitled to having some kind of privacy, right? So I hope that makes sense. Now, as we move over to the next card, we have here the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles, to me, now it speaks upon them actually deciding, getting to that point that now they are ready to take a break, but to venture into something new, new projects, whatever it may be. But also at this time, even though they are venturing out, but I feel that as well they are looking for other solo opportunities. It could be opportunities not only in just maybe in music again, but in other areas, because the ace speaks about new projects, anything that is something that you're looking to start. So this is what I feel, that they are looking, that he is looking to start something new, whatever that may be. I don't know what exactly it is, but I feel that he has other things that he wants to get into, and that's what the Ace of Pentacles speaks upon. Now, to clarify that, we have here the King of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So I feel that now when it comes to perhaps, no doubt, the leader, because he's not the leader, he's just a part of the group, I feel that maybe the leader of the group perhaps has been, because the Cups deals with emotion, someone that is supportive, who's loving, but who's also understanding. One second. Right? So it's a loving energy, someone who's, like I said, supportive, who's understanding. And I feel that, Jungkook may have expressed to the leader of the group and maybe the other members that perhaps, he wants to take a time off and wants to go solo, but not so much solo in going or signing up with another record label. To me, this is just taking a break to go to divide from the group temporarily so that they can work on other things. But at the same time, this is all boils down to them taking a break, because I think it's much needed. So that's what I get from that pertaining to the Ace of Pentacles, right? Now, we move over to, again, the Seven of Swords, which has come up again, because early on, we had the Seven of Swords. And remember, when I spoke about the Seven of Swords, I spoke about it being low-key, right? So this is what I feel, that right now, as they have all decided and figured out how the group is going to be in terms of the future way in which the band might kind of disconnect, but at some point later on they will join back up. But I feel that they all had a discussion and that they kind of collaborated, understood that, yeah, let's take a break. We all have other things that we all want to do. So it wasn't just for Jungkook, but I think other members as well is taking advantage of taking a time out to venture into other things that they've been wanting to do, perhaps, right? But the Seven of Swords here just points the emphasis that Jungkook is just really looking to now be very low-key. He's looking to have a very quiet, very reserved, because like I said, when I picked up his energy and looked into his eyes, I feel that he's a very, reserved, kind of personal person, and he is just, it's like when it comes to work, when it comes to performing and getting on stage, he will exude a certain type of energy for that. But now it's like after he did put in all of that, there's a part of him at the same time that wants to kind of chill and lay back, right? Low key, Seven of Swords. So that's what I get from that, right? And then to clarify that, we have here the Seven of Cups and we have the Four of Wands. So the Seven of Cups, again, to me, is just making a decision now, perhaps. He might be making a decision in terms of, where would I like to go? Where would I like to travel to? Because the Four of Wands is like one of your most travel cards. You have other cards that will represent travel, but the Four of Wands is like traveling to other places and visiting different countries. It could be long distance, whatever that may be, right? But I feel that right now this is where he might be, or might be thinking about coming up soon, where he would like to go, where he would like to just actually find a place that he feel he will get that privacy away from prying eyes and even from his fans, right? So that's what I get with that. And then now, as we wind down toward the end, we have here the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is, again, weighing your options, juggling what it is you want to do from this point on. And so to clarify that, we have here, and that is his energy, by the way, because he is a Virgo. So to me, that's him, kind of like undecided as to what he wants to do or where he wants to go. But to clarify that even further, we have here the King of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Hangman. So what does these energies mean? So now with the King of Swords, to me, this just speaks about communication. Communication, when I saw this card, I felt that this was the leader of the group, that he's been in some type of communication pertaining to now, like, okay, while we are on this break, how it is where we're going to like kind of join back later on, because I do feel that it's just a mini break, because they are such, to me, a very popular and a powerful, boy group, that I don't think that this is going to be something permanent in terms of this break. They will find a moment that they feel will be right after they have accomplished other things that they have wanted to do, right? Which kind of takes me back to the energy of the Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups is almost having the things that you want, making those accomplishments, but that might be one more thing, because after Nine of Cups, it's the Ten of Cups, which gives you your overall complete fulfillment. But the Nine of Cups is one more thing that has to be worked toward, right? And this is why I feel that the King of Swords speaks about communication, right? So I feel that he is in communications with all the members of the group, but the leader in particular, because we got the king, so speaks about the leader of the group, to me, is that they have been communicating, or they will be in communication from time to time while they're on this break. It's not like they're going to take a break and be out of communication, no. So at some point they will still be in communication, still checking on each other, seeing how each other are doing, as I feel that overall they pretty much have a pretty good general good relationship, because unlike with the other boy band group that I did, there was like conflicts and arguments, and I didn't get any type of wands, energies, and swords here indicating that they are in like constant arguments and difference of opinions. I feel that overall, that they pretty much get along. Not that it doesn't happen or haven't happened, but I just didn't see that. So I feel that overall they pretty much get along, and I feel that while they're on this break, they will be in communication, because they will look to, as the Seven of Pentacles says here, they will look to come back and work on things and collaborate, and perhaps maybe go on another tour. Maybe their comeback might be a tour and come back in a very big way, right? And that will happen after they have come back off their break, because the Hangman is an energy of a pause. They are taking a pause. So after they have taken that pause and they feel that the time is right for them to come back to their fans, they will do so. All right? So Megan and anyone else, that is what I got pertaining to the area of career for Jungkook. Now, we're going to move over to what is in store for him in the area of love. What is going on for him in the area of love? And wanted to know specifically if he's dating, if he's in a relationship, or if he is single. Well, his status right now, as it stands, he is single. The cards that came out for him was the Ace of Swords. That is as single as you can be. Swords energy is very poignant. They're very straightforward. So that means that this is a decision. Ace can be an energy of making a decision. So I feel that it's by his choice that he is currently single, right? So the Ace means a 1, which means single. So he is indeed single. That is his current status. And the next card that have come out, we have next to that was the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles, to me, is a part of it is because he is always working. He has chosen to be single because that is what he has chosen to do, because I think that, like I said, for the past few years or so, he's been so into his career. He's been working a lot. So that is the thing that he was loving, not really another person, okay? So with him being focused on his work, I feel that he didn't have no time to love anybody, to even have a girlfriend, to barely date. Now, does he date? I think that he does. I think that every now and then he will be like a typical young guy in their 20s, which I always say that 20s is a period, a time frame in which young men, young women alike, that they should enjoy their life, sow their oats, have fun, do all the things that typically young girls and men do. And I think that's what he is at right now. He is not wanting to be emotionally committed or tied to a specific girl right now. And the reason I feel that as well is because we do have here the devil card. So the devil card here speaks upon that type of behavior where he's looking to have fun. He's looking to just, like I say, hang out, go to the bars, maybe have a couple of drinks, maybe go to clubs. If he does engage with a female, I think it's just all play. It's nothing serious by no means. Flirting, have some kind of sexual encounters, but again, those encounters is nothing solid. It's not official, and by no means is it that he isn't into them. He's not emotionally wanting to be tied to them. Now, just because a young man or a woman, can be vice versa, have sexual encounters, or I don't even know if you would say in dating. He may date from time to time, but then, like I said, overall, I don't even think he's even quite dating. I just think that once in a while, he may just, like I said, typically just be a young man and just wanting to just, go out, have fun, flirt, have his encounters or what have you, and then he goes back to, his personal private life. That's what I feel. So again, because of the Five of Cups, it just shows that he is no way wanting to be bound emotionally or tied to anyone, because the Cups here speaks upon, it's the element of water. It speaks upon emotions. It speaks upon, being involved, expressing your feelings, loving someone. And that is something that he is not wanting to do. And I feel also, because we have the Nine of Wands that came up, I feel that the Nine of Wands, to me, if you really look closely, this image here, this person looked very drained, right? So I feel that at the same time, because he was giving so much energy to his career and his work, that in itself at times may have drained him. And so I feel that to even think about having a girlfriend, let alone a relationship, that will make me even more drained. This is what I'm feeling, that he just don't want to, put himself out there to tie himself or to be committed to a girlfriend, because I feel that it will drain him. And I think that on its own, even having the energy that he puts toward his career, that in itself causes him to be drained. So he don't want to be in any way, like I said, connected or tied to that kind of a commitment at this time. And then we have here the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, again, speaks about emotion. So we have the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups. It just shows you that it's no way that he is looking to be emotionally tied to anyone at this time. And then as we close out, when asked, well, is it something that, will be something that he may look to, or will the status change? Right now, as it stands, I don't think so, because we got the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, as you can see, this looks like an energy that is blocking. It's like not wanting, nothing to do with love or with a girlfriend at this time. So he is definitely holding back, and he is blocking that area or this area of his life for now. Now, we know, again, as I always say, that we are governed by the universal law of attraction, which we have free will. And with that being said, that means that at any given time, because I'm only tapping into his current energy, so at any time, this can change. But I still don't think that this will change anytime soon. I think, if anything, because he's 25, I feel that for the next 5 years, he will be solely focusing on himself, looking to get to know himself more, to mature, along with his other bandmates, the same thing. I think that, overall, they just have like other things that they're looking for. And I think love and having a girlfriend is not on the top of his list. It's like at the bottom at this time. So, again, is it something that could change possibly in the next 5 years? Absolutely. I think that maybe by the time he's 30, maybe by then he would feel more mature. Maybe by then he would be more emotionally up to now becoming a little bit more settled with finding and committing to someone. But right now, it's off the table. It's off limits. All right, Megan. So this is what I got for you. I hope I addressed your questions pertaining to Jungkook from BTS and anyone else who was curious about him, pertaining to him in any of these areas. I hope that I did address those questions. So until the next subscriber's request, I'm wishing all of you a wonderful Friday and a very happy and positive and a very relaxing weekend. Give yourself some R&R if you can. Until the next time, everyone, peace, love, and light. Bye.